show. Is our education system in America crumbling? That's the question tonight. As our teachers union fight against the return to classrooms, a teachers union is fighting for the anti-Israel BDS movement. No, I'm not kidding. The San Francisco Teachers Union approving a resolution that reads, quote, as public school educators in the United States of America, we have a special responsibility to stand in solidarity with the Palestinian people because of the $3.8 billion annually that the U.S. government gives to Israel, thus directly using our tax dollars to fund apartheid and war crimes. Also tonight, comedian Bill Maher calling out what he thinks higher education has become, a racket. Let's roll the tape.
Let's talk about what higher education in America really is, a racket that sells you a very expensive ticket to the upper middle class. Liberals see more school the way Republicans see tax cuts, as the answer to everything. We imagine going to college is the way to fight income inequality, but actually it does the reverse. Is it really liberal for someone who doesn't go to college and makes less money to pay for people who do go and make more? Why is China kicking our ass? Because in 2019, we issued more undergrad degrees in visual and performing arts than in computer and information science or math. Say what you want about Lori Loughlin, at least she understood that one good scam deserves another.
A very interesting take there. I want to go to Lisa, who I call Lisa from the block because she knows a lot of Lil Wayne rap lyrics. Lisa, I wanted to ask you. Oh, wow. Look, Lisa, it's a tweet of yours. Lil Wayne is the GOAT. He's out. Wait, I got to give a shout out to our team in the back because they pulled up that tweet faster than the government has found Hillary Clinton emails. So that was really, really good. We appreciate y'all back there.
I got Lisa, so much hate for that. So much hate. Thanks
they don't think you know Lil Wayne rap lyrics. I know you do, don't you?
You've heard them. We've heard them from my mouth. I'm so sorry. I want to talk about this. This is very important. Here's the thing. We have schools. Across. I'm moving forward. We have schools across America already teaching racism through critical race theory, and now we have them teaching anti-Semitism in America. Over the past year, there's never been a better case for school choice in America. 71% of Americans now support school choice. Even among Democrats, increased by 10 points. But what is holding that back? It's the teachers union and the unions and the lock that they have over Democrats. And we saw the teachers unions literally write the CDC guidance for reopening. You have people like Senator Cory Booker, who used to support school choice, was actually friends with Betsy DeVos, and then turned around on it and supported the teachers unions when he wanted to seek a larger national profile in a higher office. So it's completely corrupt. And thank God we have parents across America who are fighting back. We're seeing it out of Loudoun County right now as well, with parents getting organized now that the curtain has been pulled back on some of the terrible things that kids across America are being taught.
Well, I was actually going to ask you about that, too. So I'm glad you mentioned that, Lisa. Now, there was a Jewish person, Jewish parent, Todd David. He had something to say about the teachers union, and he provided a statement. He said the teachers union has failed in its most basic mission this year, opening schools and educating San Francisco's children. Instead of focusing on that, they are weighing in on an international political land dispute that experts have been able to resolve for 70 years. And I think that's such a really good, strong point. Now, I want to ask you, Joey, because I know that you as an individual, you grew up, and we want to go to Bill Maher's, his soundbite as he talks about education and when he talks about the fact that we put so much stock into getting a degree. And in my opinion, and we're all the same age here, the elites have made us believe that if you don't go get a college degree, there's no way that you can be successful. And we know that that's wrong. I know that you worked for your father, who was a bricklayer, and you know how empowering it is to take on a trade schools. You were military, you were Marine, so we thank you for your service there. What do you think about the benefit of trade schools and alternative forms that may not be necessarily formal education in the sense of getting a degree from Harvard or one of those other elite schools?
You know, when the stuff hits the fan and Bitcoin ruins us all and the power grid's hacked by China, it's not going to be the performing arts that gets us through it. But, you know, someone might know how to build shelter, keep water running. They might know how to keep these pipelines going even when they're hacked. and the world might keep spinning and life may continue on. Not only is it an honorable profession, but my dad got to walk away from a job site every week looking back at something he built that was a work of art with his own two hands. And I think that what we have is not an institutional problem, it's a cultural problem. We grew up with a generation of parents who saw opportunity that their parents didn't see, and they believed the only way to do that for us was to send us to school and let us get the college experience, which probably had as much to do with drinking beer as anything else. Thankfully for me, the college experience was going to war a couple of times, and it might have took my legs, but it gave me a lot of perspective on life. And let me tell you, I commend anyone who looks at trade school as an option. Go get an education, but get some life experience. And most of all, know that you got to put food on the table so you can go to the living room and watch the performing arts through Netflix or Fox Nation, hopefully.
Absolutely, and I believe in a good quality education. Now, I want to ask you, Carly, because Bill Maher, he mentioned in the clip about how China is kicking our butts, and I've had dinner with Bill Maher. He's a nice guy, but politically, he doesn't always hit the note, with the exception of the last 2 weeks where he talked about COVID and the Democrats not following the science, and now here. So a broken clock is right twice a day. I want to ask you about China, because we've been talking about China the entire show.
Yeah.
Do you have faith in the administration's ability to fight off China from overtaking us as a world superpower?
Yeah. First of all, I think that Bill Maher is a very interesting guy. He says a lot of unique things, some surprising things as well. And his opinion on China is absolutely accurate, and Joey, yours is as well, saying that trade school is something that a lot of people could benefit from rather than getting a really expensive college degree that they may not even use. Also, colleges have never been more liberal than they are right now. One of the biggest mistakes that Republicans made was giving up college campuses. But also, to go back to the San Francisco Teachers Union, why are they weighing in on the BDS movement? That is like 100% not in their job description. It's also not something that the United States supports because it goes against our strong partnership with Israel. And at least when members of the squad support it, it's something that is in their purview, or they're members of Congress. But this is like that parent that we showed that statement of. Literally no one asked the teachers union to weigh in on international politics. So all they did was just anger a bunch of people. And it was a virtue signal, basically, just for that reason.
Well, thank you, guys. And unfortunately, we didn't get Lisa Booth to freestyle for us, but on another day, maybe.